Hey guys, my name is Nathan and welcome to Q&A, where we'll be answering your questions about the Bible, church, or really anything that you want to know. And today's question is, will God give us more than we can handle? And this question came up a lot because so many people have heard the phrase or used the phrase, God won't give us more than we can handle. And we've used it to help people or help ourselves when we're going through a rough patch. And this saying is a tricky one because it does have some truth. But the truth also got distorted over time. So let's look at where this idea came from. It came from 1 Corinthians 10:13, so it did come from the Bible. And it says this, that God is faithful. He will not allow the temptation to be more than you can stand. Which sounds really great. The Bible's always a good place for things to come from. And now you can look at it and say, got it, must be true. I can close the video now. It's in the Bible. God won't give us more than we can handle. It's like bing, bang, boom, hey, we're done. But when we look at it a little bit deeper, we'll notice that we're misrepresenting this verse. I mean, let's just go ahead and read the full verse in its context. This is the full version of 1 Corinthians 10:13. That the temptations in your life, they're no different than what others experience. And God is faithful. He will not allow the temptation to be more than you can stand. When you are tempted, He will show you a way out so that you can endure. If we're only reading one part of the sentence and then we're taking it out of context, we start to get ourselves into trouble. And a further proof that we've distorted this verse, it comes just a few pages later in 2 Corinthians, when we see this verse. Paul writes, "We think you ought to know, dear brothers and sisters, about the trouble that we went through in the province of Asia. We were crushed. We were overwhelmed beyond our ability to even endure. And we thought we were never going to live through it. In fact, we expected to die. But as a result, we stopped relying on ourselves and we learned to rely on God, who raises the dead." Paul wrote both of these verses. So, if he really believed that God wouldn't give him more than he could handle, why would he then say that he was crushed and overwhelmed beyond his ability to endure? These are completely contradictory ideas. But over time, what we did was we took 1 Corinthians 10:13 out of context and we made it say something that is the opposite of what it actually says. We made the Bible say, hey, don't worry about it. God will never give us more than we can handle. But here's what the truth of the Bible says. That God won't give us more than we can handle because we can't handle anything. So we have to stop this relying on ourselves and learn to rely on the all-powerful, all-knowing God and on Jesus Christ, who was able to raise Himself from the dead. And the fascinating part of God won't give you more than you can handle is it generally goes hand in hand with another saying. God helps those who help themselves. And in our next video, we'll cover that question. Is it true that God helps those who help themselves? So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching and make sure that you click subscribe, and we'll see you soon.